Hello everybody, welcome back to the final episode of Let's Play Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion HD Renovation. So I know I ended it off in the last episode, but as I was editing the videos I realized that I actually could technically try to get the good ending for everybody, and myself included. And there's also a secret I haven't shown before, and I figure instead of sending you guys off to watch it somewhere else, we could try to get it together. The main reason is because I just remembered we have passwords. Okay, so there's a chance we could just... I really don't know if this is going to work, so I'm going to start off by going to a new game. We're going to go for the regular mansion. Okay, and that's going to be room 0, and we're not actually going to do this. What we're going to do from here is then exit. Then, because I hope that resets our progress, I don't want it to start taking axe swings from the other one, because remember that it's the number of axe swings that we've done that influences if we get the good or the bad ending. So, the goal here is to get as little axe swings as possible to try to influence the game to think that we do not deserve to become a specimen. That's the best that I could I could glean. So what we'll do from there is we need to go to the options, hit the password, and I think the last one we got there was cake. So I cannot type it in, so I gotta actually click it in. And my fish tank is finally going blue again. So you know I'm recording at the same time of day as yesterday. Hence the flashing light in the background. K-E. There we go. Okay. It was the cutest Shaw I've ever heard. Oh, goodbye, Spooky. I'll see you in 250 rooms. Okay, so we can save here. The password was indeed cake. Now we're going to run through this. We don't have stamina again, as you could remember. Oh, I've never seen this room before. We can't even go back. So, we're going to try to go through everything all over again. We'll wait for our stamina to come back. We're probably going to get chased by the green guy again, as we did last time. And what I want us to do is two things. One, I want to see if I could find any secrets and unveil them to you guys. I looked up a guide as to how to do that, so I will show you as soon as I get the opportunity. I just went in a full circle. Anyway. And since we've done this before, I think I can do it a lot faster. Why did I go back upstairs? Okay. The most important thing, of course, is to not get stuck in that mansion again. I rewatched my videos as I was editing it, because I've edited almost all the videos up to this point. The only one that's left is the last one. But I don't really think I need to rewatch the last 5 rooms to have any idea of how to finish it. The last 5 were very straightforward. They were regular rooms and then the boss with the Legend of Zelda-esque technique. I will not hit anyone with my axe unless absolutely mandatory, and I don't think anything is mandatory except for walls and such, but I don't think they count to the counter. My only hope is that it's not taking all the axe swings I had done earlier prior to getting to 750. And it shouldn't, because I just reset a new game and the time, as you can see, is set to 2 minutes, so I think all the progress is moot and it's going to consider my axe swings at 0 at this point. If I can keep that up, we'll try to make some magic happen. The only one I'm worried about is the puppet, and I really hope we don't get him. And if we get him and we die, it should be fine. I'll just save wherever it's possible. I heard something. Oh yeah, that's my stamina come back. And we weren't chased in the process, so that wasn't a mandatory chase scene last time. So, let's do this, let's run, and try to make it all the way there. If we can get to 800, we can save. Then, if we... I'm not going to do all of it in this episode, that's the plan. It's a special episode. For all the right reasons. And yeah, I forgot to mention as well. I'll link some, now that I'm done explaining what's going to be happening here, I'll link the timestamps right down below. And you can just go ahead and take a look at when I get to the secret and when I get the good ending, if I successfully get the good ending, assuming nothing goes wrong. I do recommend you watch along with me as we go through this again, just for the fun of it. I mean, I'm doing this all over again anyway, and like we said, the game's dynamic, so you know, you might as well just stick around and have fun with me in the process. And if we're lucky, we won't get disturbed or interrupted along the way. I know the game has surprises, but the surprises are all within a spectrum. You know, there's a limited amount of changes the game can make on a mandatory scale. I feel like we're overdue to be chased, so sometime within the next 30 rooms, someone should appear. Because we haven't even seen Specimen 1 yet. We've seen this room way too many times. I'll be honest with you, by the way, I'm not looking forward to running through 250 rooms. And, you know, I was kind of looking forward to moving on, but I do feel like I owe it to you guys to try to get the good ending. It was me who was being a little too willy-nilly with the axe. And let's be honest, you would be too if you knew you could just take all your problems, you could take all your problems out with the swing of a mouse, you know? Swing of a mouse. Yes! I was trying to show you, but my mouse is plugged in, so I could not get it on camera. We're being chased by specimen number 5, the mannequin. Yeah. I mean, it couldn't be anyone else. He's the one who breaks down the doors. So does the other guy, but he's the one who causes the hallucinations. So, it's all good. Specimen 1, it took me quite nicely. I like when Specimen 5 chases me, because I know that to some people he might be eerie, but to me, he's kind of free. Wait, is that a note? He's still coming, so no, there wasn't a note. I am looking forward to seeing what Spooky will do for us if we are pleasant civilians. Never thought I was a good guy not hitting the deer. I looked it up online and they usually say if you want the good ending, don't hit a deer. Someone even said that originally, though, the goal is not to swing your axe more than 731 times. I'll tell you straight up, I didn't swing that thing 731 times. I'm not even swinging it in the air, and they say it shouldn't do anything, but hey. Oh, mind you as well, I forgot to mention, it does not matter how many times you swing your axe on the final boss. Right, so he's kind of excluded from the counter in the game. And I would love if I could check the counter, and I considered removing the spook counter and replacing it with an axe counter for this episode. So every time I swing the axe for either mandatory or non-mandatory reasons, we'll raise the counter. And then we'll try to see if we get less than 20. Because I think 20 points is the problem. At first this place seemed cute, but I've been here for days and now I'm feeling quite... Oh my god, this is the note from the very beginning of the game. Which means... the notes are repeating. That was the very, very first note that you ever receive. Look at this. I know something's following me, but I feel like I'm prancing through. Yeah, go back to episode 1, you'll see both of those notes. We should be able to save here. Take a nice save, hit that button right there, hang in there, and GL Labs. I guess you guys aren't used to me not saying goodbye right now, but I don't know how long I've been recording. 6 minutes, more or less. This would have been a very short episode, and yeah, you take it or you leave it. Now that we're in 800, we should get to the mansion within 10 rooms. There's a chance we'll be chased in these 10 rooms, but let's find out for sure. We are being chased by my least favorite enemy. Good thing he's chasing us here, though. Okay, so I think this is the tactic that works the best. You look at him, and then you run. You just have to look at his general direction, and he will not appear. Someone online, I had to look this up because I had to make sure. So yes, there are a few ways to escape him. One is you must never stop looking in his direction for 10 seconds. And then the other one is to open doors quickly, I guess. I mean running like with your sprint. And I can't hit him anymore, so that makes him again a threat. but the music is good. And now we're in the mansion. He won't follow us here, he can't follow us here. If memory serves correctly, we should get our first room up here. And there won't be anything in here but a note, but I don't know if this note is mandatory either. So we go in there, head down the stairs. I took extra note to make sure I remembered what we did before. This wasn't the fastest route I could have taken, but it does the trick. Straight left here. We'll come in here and get our key right out of there. Do not need to read that note, so I will read it anyway. There you go, done. Open the door, get back out here, and go upstairs. In the bedroom, we can come into here and then hide instantly. And now we wait. I just got a message, so while you guys enjoy this, I just got to respond to my younger sister. She wants me to pick up some salmon. In an hour, just playing a game. Okay. My sister is quite adorable. Very friendly, asking me, can you please get us some salmon so we can cook some dinner today? That should be enough. Right, key. Key's right there. Took the library key, head downstairs, and we know from past experience that the library happens to be in here. We come into here, we should get the parlor key, take the parlor key, and don't need to hide. Run out, run this way. The parlor is right there. We'll come in here and we'll hide. He'll do his thing, then we'll take the book and we'll go back to the library and just continue on. Yeah, we could just ignore the wine cellar 100%. It's entirely unnecessary. Good, he is here. Small part of me was starting to think that perhaps I had to pick up the book for him to come in, and I just wasted a few of our precious seconds as I'm running through this. I'm sure you will. I wasn't very forefront about what I'm trying to do here, but the truth of the matter is that because I know what's going on and I've done all this before, I'm trying to run through this as fast as possible to try to make it a reasonably lengthed episode. I don't want it to be so long that no one watches it, basically. It's a special, it's going to be long. I'm anticipating at least an hour length because it's 3 episodes in tow, but the truth of the matter is that speedrunners can do a whole 1,000 rooms in about an hour and a half, so I'm not speedrunning, but I mean, again, if I know what to do, it shouldn't take that long, I think. Oh man, I forgot to close Discord. There's a chance people are going to start making a lot of noise and you guys are going to be upset. Anyway, I'll close it. I just don't want you guys to have to hear this. There we go, it's all good. Let's continue on. Kate the book and get out of here. Book's taken. And we're going to ignore the wine cellar and go straight here. And put the book right in there. Nice. That opens up and I can go in. Here we'll go. And if I recall, we'll run this way. Into there. That's where the other room is. I don't know, maybe I can just go straight there. I'll just be safe about it. There might be a chance I need to go in here to get a key of some sort. Just the note, nothing else. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I found out about this place. So remember how we found out that it was the mansion that was the actual specimen and not the guy himself? What I found was, if you think about what's written in those notes, the guy came here, looked for some refuge, hid from all these, from whatever the specimen is that's chasing him, and then, you know, he realized that the only way around it is to kill the guy. Right? And he mentioned he was going to use his sickle that he found in the forest, the same way we found our axe. I think what basically happened was he did kill that person, okay, in the same way that, you know, he's walking around right now. And the house, or the mansion, then possessed him and made him the new specimen. So basically the mansion is the real specimen and he's just the puppet of the specimen. And effectively, that's how he's reached the fate that he currently is at, which is really sad if you think about it. But what are we gonna do? We could have easily fallen into the same situation, and in fact we kind of did at the end of the last episode, in the finale, because we also became a specimen, and so just like how this guy runs around and, you know, slashes you with his sickle, and you know how he walks and then chases you faster as he gets closer, it's kind of like us, because we have a stamina bar so we could walk and then run faster, and we got our axe. So basically we became an imitation of this guy at the end of the game. Probably not possessed by this particular mansion, because this guy seems to be fixed into this smaller mansion inside the mansion. But you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I don't know if he's still here. I think he's gone. He is. Alright. Now, we'll just have to run left so we don't get caught by him. And we should be okay, hopefully. We'll wait for our stamina to come back. Stamina recharges to full when you go through a door anyway. Anywho, so in here, I'm gonna give it a moment. There we go. And now we'll just run out. I don't have to come out, you know where I am. And we go left. Oh, this is the exact same mistake I made last time. We were supposed to go straight. Why did I go this way? Anyway, we're finally out of that one. Compared to last time, we have made some amazing progress. I mean, look, it's 13 minutes in, we're already out of there, including the 50 rooms that preceded it. Last time we were out of that in 18 minutes, I think. Well, I had a lot of cuts as well in there. But hey, that's the power of foresight. You know what you did wrong, and you know, hindsight is 20/20, as they say. And this isn't really foresight, is it? I'm not really looking forward. I'm actually looking back at my old videos to see what I did right and wrong. Unlike you, my dear friends, I actually watched the entire unedited clip just to make sure I got all the information put down perfectly. We don't make mistakes. We do, but you don't have to see them all. I do want to show them to you though, because I feel like it's a humbling experience. But anyway, there isn't really much to tell you guys outside of the game nowadays. I mean, not much has happened between today and yesterday, which is when I recorded the last episode. One thing did happen, and that is that there was a lot of rain last night. It was raining quite heavy, which is not common in my region, but knowing that it's rained as much as it has, there's been a lot of flooding. Flooding indeed. This is a long hallway, but I had nowhere else to go, so I don't think it's the Specimen 9 hallway. No, it's not, thank goodness. He is not chasing us anymore, and that's fine. I don't think there's any particular specimen, now that I figured out the quirk of Specimen 3, excuse me, the quirk of Specimen 6, now that I know that you can still look at him through walls and he won't jump at you unless it's been 10 seconds if you haven't looked away. We could potentially get around him. Quote me on that one, but I think it's the case. So we'll go straight, 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 left, straight, right. Straight, left, right, straight. Straight. I always just have to narrate this part so that I don't forget what I've done. Perhaps it sounds a little silly. I feel like we're already overdue to be chased by something. I don't want us to be chased by anything, I'm being honest with you. I enjoy the freedom of just doing our own thing. But I wanted to check to make sure. Well, soon, and by soon I mean 70 rooms from now, we'll be able to encounter the Mermaid. We never got a good look at her face, and maybe she'll kill me this time and you will get a good look at her face. But I also noticed I didn't get the achievement for the arcade, and I don't know why. Because the requirement for that is to play all the arcade games, and I did. But I'm under the impression that I didn't play the spooky mall game long enough to get the achievement, so I'm going to try that too, if we see another arcade. give you guys a little bit more of a glimpse of what the game's all about. And we'll make some magic happen. I hope you guys are happy to have this episode. I don't know if anybody would want to watch these last 250 rooms. Whoopsie. I had a bit of a voice crack there. And we're being chased by Francesca. Francesca doesn't go very fast. Not compared to yours truly. And now we're 100 rooms in, which is quite reassuring. But we're 100 rooms in and 50 rooms safe. 50 rooms will never have to be redone again. But I want to let you know, by the way, that if this does not work for whatever reason, I still get the band ending despite not using my axe to literally touch anything. I am just going to play you a clip of what happens, because I do want you to see it. You stuck with me this long, and you deserve to see the good ending. I mean, as do I, but I mean, I would have seen it by the time I tried to find it for you guys, but I want to share it. So let's hope for the best. Let's try to do it organically, and see what magic we can make. I wonder if the volume of the music is based on how close she is to us. There's a part of me that feels like I would benefit so hard from just digging into game files and seeing what triggers what and how do things happen. I'm not a game designer by any means, even though I pretend to talk like one. But I'm so curious. I'm of the curious type. But yeah, I think I like the lighting in the room the way that it is right now, because it highlights me and doesn't highlight the rest. My room's kind of full of things. It's got white walls, you know, those are games perfect. So 2 things I want to show. The first one is this. Now, I realize that although it's out of order, give me the opportunity to use you. Whoopsie, let's not use that ever again. Okay, well I can't use this, but I think it has to be in the last 1000 rooms anyway. Okay, so this is the one I've not played properly. So let's see if we can go a little far so the game thinks we actually played. It's just kind of awkward to do with both hands. The special scene we need to see actually needs to happen in an arcade, but I think it has to happen in the last 1000 floors, which is fine. So I guess maybe that's why it's not working. How far do I have to get? Let's try to get to 250. And maybe that's when the game will decide, oh, you've played long enough to get the achievement. Please, please, please die. It's just a button mashing game, honestly. How am I supposed to commentate in the middle of this nonsense? 500, give me the 500. 500, yes. What the heck? High score, eh? I was not even close to her high score. What the heck? No. I was trying to put the password in. Okay, hold on. This is potentially going to be longer than it needs to because of what I did there. Mind you, by the way, I forgot to mention, I am Spooky in this game. I'm not actually Pac-Man. I thought that was worth noting. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not allowed to go down and click any of those other ones apparently. So that's unfortunate. That's the driving one, and this one I can't use, so let's go. I don't think Specimen 9 will attack you while you're in the arcade. So, let's try to find another arcade in the next while. Ink, not quite quenching my thirst. It's so nostalgic to read those earlier notes this late in the game. We're back in this room again. There's no note on the tables. You remember when I told you guys earlier on that we might get nostalgic later down the line? It looks like I was talking about myself. Perhaps you won't, and it doesn't matter, you're not the one playing. You know, you don't have that internal connection, but you are kind of with me along this whole thing. And I think that as long as we're playing it together, you're just as entitled to this adventure as I am. You didn't really miss anything, by the way. If you've been watching, I cut literally nothing. I mean, the only thing I've cut was in the mansion, and you didn't really miss anything there. Think about it. I was running in circles. So, you've seen the entire game, start to finish. Oh. No. I went too far. I went too far. So that's what happens when you go too far. It turns into something else. And it hits you, but you get your HP back over time. Of all the enemies, he's not a bad one to have. Because worst case scenario, he's linear. And linearity is fine. He is, of course, annoying, because he's slow. But I hope this is all we end up dealing with. And that we only have good stuff here on. This guy, if I recall, was that researcher. Not researcher, sorry, that person who was talking about how... Well, I don't know what he was talking about. It's been too long, I can't remember. But someone was talking about something being stuck to him and itchy and whatever, and I commented that it was like a leech. But I think that's the parasite, and it turned him into that. All these specimens technically have a backstory to them. I think they've all been like me. They were all just people. Well, not all of them. Obviously, one of them was found in a church, and one of them was apparently some demon from Burger King. But some of them were from here. Some were even developed here, like the spider. But this guy, he and I were cut from the same cloth. I haven't even swung my axe at him once, because I know that he and I were friends. Okay, we shouldn't be fighting. I'm currently just escorting him with me. But can you imagine being one of them? Walking these halls endlessly, just trying to... Well, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just following people as they go. No. That was my fault, I went too fast. It looks like once he turns into the parasite, like he's done. Once he turns into the parasite, that's it. You have to get hit, otherwise he'll never go back. Now I can run again, so 9 more rooms until we get a save point, and then we'll have the final stretch. Which I'm most excited for, because I feel like, you know, there's, again, as we remember from last time, there was nothing particularly special in the final stretch aside from the mermaid, of whom wasn't a big deal. Exciting days. And it looks like I'm gonna have some salmon for dinner tonight. Oh, he's back again? It's been minutes. Sorry, minutes, it's been seconds. Open your arms, you look so much better with your arms open. Like all of us, you know, embrace me. I wonder what this guy's animation would be like if he kills me. I would try to find out, but come on. Well, I'll be honest, that took me by surprise. I thought he turned into the leech. Run, it's the last room, so who cares? Saved, done. There is a note here. I found something today. To satisfy my unromantic thirst, I awoke today from a brief faint and found before me a bottle of red wine. I'm not sure what brand or year, for there is no label. All I gather is that it tastes strongly metallic. I read that one again just for the nostalgic purposes. Keep that blood pumping. You see, that there is the perfect image there could have been for that. Alright, 23 minutes in, 23 and a half minutes in. And we're making our way. And here I thought that we would stop every 100 rooms since the start of the series, but we're breaking tradition now. We got the best music ever. I just recalled as well that this music does not play when there's an enemy around, which means as long as it's playing, we're safe. The only specimen that can attack us in this music is Specimen 1, the Cardboard Cutouts. And has there ever been a more adorable enemy than a cardboard cutout? I might actually download the soundtrack later and just keep it as one of my relaxing vibes. I don't have relaxing vibes. I do compose music though, and maybe one day I'll show some of my music in one of these videos. I think it'll be nice. Maybe in a different game, because obviously they don't suit this game. So, we're back for the Mermaid. I believe the answer is to go left. No, it's not left, because this is not the right. It has to be the one with the water pump, which is here. Correct. Then we go here. We get the lantern. Well, okay, it was in this room. I kind of got lost watching this as well in my videos, which is why it was a little bit hard for me to remember per se exactly what it was. The number, if I remember, was 4132. Okay, nice, and we'll open the door. We'll come here and turn the pump to get the water level back down. That's the broken door. That's the regular door. Just a moment. Phone is ringing. Hello. Hi there.
Moka food.
What about it?
It's ready.
Oh, I see. You've already made? I thought you wanted me to go buy you salmon.
Well, it's ready now.
Ah, I see. Okay. Well, do you mind if I come eat in like half an hour? I'm playing some stuff online.
Okay, do your thing, Moka.
Alright, thank you very much. See you later. Bye-bye. I'm sorry about that. I got a call from my sister. Okay. Let's continue on. I was called for lunch. Lantern got snuffed out. That's normal. Now I know I kind of got lost here as well in my video, and I tried to watch to figure out how I found the right way, and I couldn't follow that either. But that's the way. We got the key. We come back, and now there should be a locked door here that's no longer locked, I think. Okay, good. So this is the right one. That is the mermaid. We have to stand on her block. Okay, it's fine. We have to get hit the first time. Not that second time. That was me prematurely running into the water. She shouldn't hit me again, so let's just get that health back up. Okay. Now, I guess this is what I get for saying that she's not a big deal. I almost died to her, but the good thing is we saved 10 rooms ago, so it's not a big deal. I found my way around that place a lot faster than I was expecting to, because, like I said, I couldn't follow my own track in my videos. This, with the fog distance, the color scheme, and just the rooms being literally empty, I had no idea what was going on. If you're wondering why I stand on these boxes instead of keep running even if I have the stamina, it's because she swims a lot faster than I run. And so, as long as I'm up here, it stops her animation, so that I get this brief extra period to run before she starts the animation again. Otherwise, she would just keep swimming, she wouldn't despawn and respawn again, and she would likely catch me. At least that's the tactic that I'm sharing with you all today. I don't know how true it is and how likely it's going to work, but I'm under the impression it does the job. And as long as we get through this in the first try, I'm hoping that it will always do the job and you'll never have to prove me wrong. Okay, we've been exactly in this room before. I recall doing this and then going to the left. I can't see her trail, which tells me she's far away. Okay. She left us around 920 something last time, so I'm expecting good things. Alright, there's the door. Alright. If anybody recognized that ringtone, by the way, that was a remix of the final battle against Bowser in Super Mario 64. It is one of the better soundtracks in my opinion. I mean, Mario games have beautiful soundtracks, but that one was super well put together in my opinion. It really complements the fight. In fact, it's probably a little bit too good for how simple that fight actually was. Here's her good pathfinding we talked about once before. And we're finally going to be out of here, hopefully within the next room or two. Maybe I'm being optimistic. I kind of felt guilty last night when I was going to bed, when I realized that I got the bad ending and that I was content to just end the series there. Now I know I might end up feeling the same way about Katamari Hospital, but to be honest with you, I feel like I wanted to play the base game to start off, and I'm not particularly interested in going back for Katamari Hospital, so because I was, I looked up what the game's all about to see if it's also a giant stream of rooms like this one, and I didn't look into it too well, but to the best of my knowledge, it's mostly just one really big area, kind of like the mansion area and the water area we were just in. So, to the best of my ability, I would rather not go and play that one. I did find some notes that suggest that it's scarier than the base game, and that's good, but again, I'm not really the type to play scary games. That's not my style, and this one in particular was out of a genuine interest, so I'm not going to put myself in that position if possible. But you can always watch someone else play it. But the good and bad ending, I feel, sort of was my responsibility. Anybody who's watching this might genuinely want to see what the best ending was, and I don't think it was mine, and you're correct. And, well, there we go. So, there's my little spiel of my conscience. I think someone's chasing us. Oh, yes. I'm okay with him being the one chasing me. It could have been anyone. I remember when this guy first appeared, I was so confused and disorientated and lost, and I couldn't tell where the walls were. But I think I'm getting a little bit better at recognizing where all the walls are despite the hallucinations. Mind you, by the way, I've never taken any hallucinogenic materials in my life. Nothing, ever. Never even sniffed a marker. I'm one of those good kids. I believe, anything that alters the mind is not worth investing in. That means I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take any form of drugs or anything of the sort, and I don't actually, I don't reprimand anyone who does. I don't think there's, your value as a person depletes, or it's a measure of your intelligence or anything of the sort to be someone who doesn't. I would never judge anyone who does it, but as a person it makes me uncomfortable to think of, I don't know, I guess not being in control of all of my actions and such. The sort of things I've seen people do while drunk, and other people while they're high and such. It's just like, do I want to be in that position? I kind of like having full responsibility for all the mistakes I make. Oh, Tim. Again, not a bad one. It could have been worse. Could have been Mr. Sickle and Scythe. It could have been Mr. Puppet. Could have been the puppet. Could have been a problem. We're nearly approaching the magical 995. And here we go. My whole last couple of days were just spooky jump scares. I'm gonna start having dreams about this game soon, because aside from playing the games, I spent all the time in the last, let's say, 5 episodes. Not only did I play all of those, but I also was just editing all of those. So I was rewatching it over and over again as well. I really like the design of this room. But I feel like we're doing this room a little too frequently. I also found out recently that the HD renovation of the game, which is what we're playing right now, is harder than the base game. I don't know why it's harder than the base game. I recognize that some things were fixed, and those fixes happen to have ramped up the difficulty by some measure. Sorry about that. I have a kink in my neck and I'm trying to fix it. But if that's true, it brings me a little bit more pride to have... Oh my goodness. I went the wrong way. It brings me a little bit of pride to be able to say that I played the harder one. I probably won't say that to anyone who asks, because I wouldn't be able to explain why it's harder. I know the puppet is significantly harder in this one. The Specimen 6, some people online had mentioned that he's just a lot harder to beat. Music is back, we can run again. So, we don't have a lot of time to come across that arcade machine, so I really hope we come across one. We haven't seen one once since we got here. Since in the last stretch of 100 rooms, and I think that's where it has to be. So please, please, please. Alright, okay. Why is this guy the most common enemy, I wonder? Are they trying to imply that I have mental concerns? Please give me the right type of room. The arcade room, please. There's only 18 rooms to go. Not even 18 rooms, there's less than 18 rooms to go. We might get lucky and it'll be in the last 5 after 995, but I kind of am not holding my breath. Because then I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys. Wouldn't that be a problem? Can you just imagine how bored you'd all be? Without my soothing voice. Soothing, they say. Would you believe that the most popular video on my channel right now happens to be a explanation video on how to use Floofbot to create a Smash profile? That's truly something else. Of course, mind you, that's one of the only useful videos I have on the channel. Like these ones, for example, are just entertainment. Please give me the good ending soon. It's all I ever wanted. And it's all I hope to ever receive. We'll save, keep a little pep in your step. 5 rooms to go. If we don't get the arcade, I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm gonna have to show you footage of something online to show exactly what happens. That would be the bonus content, so I really want to show it to you, and I will then record another video where I come back in here and talk about it just for your sake. I want you all to... I'll watch it with you, basically. I'll play it on top and commentate on top of it, as we would now, but I really, really hope we do. Okay. He took me by surprise. He's still coming. Oh no, we're in trouble. I forgot about the invisible things. And we did it. Room number 1000. Unfortunately, there was no arcade. I'm sorry guys, we'll have to do it online, but we have this. So that's the only use of the axe we've done that actually hit something this entire run. So if we don't get the good ending, I really don't know what to say. Invisible walls. Barriers, no less. Where's my error? There it is. Vista Sky, Fatal Error.
Well, you made it. Congratulations, I guess.
Let's fight the boss. I think we're doing really well on time.
Taking all those logs they keep throwing out, and I'm nailing them together.
I don't know what that's about, but that's really nice. Oh, I forgot, this is the one with the really weird doors that you have to push open yourself. 731. That scared me for a second because I thought something was behind me. Turns out it was just in there. Now let's kill him. Like I said, I think we're allowed to use our axe here and it shouldn't cause any problems. I don't play horror games, so I'm not sure. Are boss fights actually a thing in horror games normally? I doubt it. What's with the blood? I want to talk to you guys, but I just don't know what to say. What can I say that I haven't said before? Well, all I can say is that this fight looks a little bit more dynamic than before. It could be my imagination, but I feel like there's more blood on the screen and everything. And I'm hoping that that's a good change. What's happening to my screen? I guess maybe I should have edited the last video before doing this just to have a better memory of what all that was about, because I don't remember if it's different or not. Oh good, we hit him. That was close. Kind of delayed reaction there. I hope you guys are enjoying the fight as much as I am. I think this is the last wave. We did it. Pacifism! We did it! I was so concerned, by the way. I know that. Sorry, I didn't actually. No, you didn't see what happened.
In a pretty tragic way, too. Just tragic enough for you to become a ghost. Good job, by the way, making it this far. So buckle up, soldier, because now I finally think we have enough troops to invade.
What the heck? So just to clarify, I got an achievement on Steam that popped up that you didn't get to see that specifically said pacifism.
The time has come, my loyal troops. No longer shall we be called cute or adorable. No longer will we be disregarded and ignored. For now, we are the most feared army in the world.
I can float? Did you really think it was going to end seriously? You win. Game time, 39 minutes, 4 seconds, 345 milliseconds. So we did it. that there is the good end. And like I said, I will go ahead and skip the credit sequence since we've seen it before, and we'll skip to the extra little special bonus cutscene that I didn't get to show you guys because I just wasn't lucky enough to get an arcade room. Oh, you can actually just hit space to speed it up. Okay, we'll just space it up this way. And yeah, so that there's the good ending. I'm really proud to have done that. And okay, well, I will cut to the bonus cutscene, and I will talk to you guys in a moment. Alright, hi everybody. Well, welcome back. Welcome back everyone. I've managed to find the video online, and I'm ready to set it up for you all. So, I'm not sure how loud it's going to be playing, but I'll try to fix that in editing. So, let's just pop that one open. Okay, so I'm going to give you just a little bit of reference here as well. In order to get this video to play, ideally what you would need to do is find that room with the brain in it, and if you go and interact with it, which I didn't realize you could do, it'll flash the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5. From there, you just gotta go to an arcade machine. Ours was out of order, I think, because we didn't see the brain. We didn't interact with it. But if you do, you could just go there and input the password. And if you do that, this scene will play. And it gives you a little demonstration as to how Spooky became the specter that she is. It's a bit of a sad one. So from the looks of it, it was Halloween, and she just really wanted to scare someone and happened to scare the wrong person, and ended up getting shot for it. And now she is the spooky specter that we have. So I hope you guys enjoyed the series. I think this is a more rounded way to end it off. We got both the good ending and the bad ending. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next series that we begin. Wish you all the best. Oh, have a very nice one.